What's going on, shifters? Welcome back to Shifting Stories. This is CW Marco here again on the YouTube channel Shifting Stories. As you can see, something's a little bit different about my appearance today. I do not have on my sexy red gloves, and I am missing my stunner shades. I'm missing my sunglasses. And instead of my sunglasses, I have on my prescription Tom Fords, which, all things considered, is kind of bougie all by itself, right? Anyways, the reason why I bring you here today, the reason why we're starting on the move, we're starting on the move. We're not starting from a standstill. It's because we need to talk about a few very important topics. This is a fun little thing right here. Ooh, this is nice. I like these. Woo! Anyways, you see what I just did there? That is the reason why we drive. And so today we have a mix of various topics, including this awesome novel by Matthew Crawford, which is Why We Drive, and also includes the infamous Tesla Cybertruck. Yes, cue the booze, cue the woohoos, and cue the side conversations in the back of the classroom. All right, excellent. And so what we're going to try to do today is we're going to try to connect the Tesla Cybertruck, and the Tesla Cybertruck is going to be the antagonist to driving pleasure. Okay? The Tesla Cybertruck is the villain, and this little red ND Miata MX-5 is the protagonist. All right, this is the hero. Right, so I'm in the hero car right now. I'm the savior. This is the savior of driving right here. Okay. So right now we are riding around in the good guy. This is the good guy. This is the good girl right now. Okay. So we're gonna try to make some connections between driving fun, driving pleasure, and the opposite of that, which kind of, and look at this beautiful RX-7. Oh my goodness. Y'all, that RX-7 just drove by. That thing looks like it's straight from Need for Speed Underground. That thing is, oh my goodness, how perfect. How perfect for an RX-7 that's tastefully modified to make a left turn. Oh man, that was perfect. Very perfect. I feel further motivated now. Oh my goodness. Woo! So, again, that guy that just drove by knows why we drive. Okay? And so, let's start with the Tesla Cybertruck. We'll have a little conversation. And so, what is the Tesla Cybertruck? Okay? Tesla Cybertruck is a meme on 4 wheels. Okay? It is a pixelated image representation of what a vehicle is supposed to look like, right? It is visually, aesthetically engineered by 4.5-year-old children. that make a lot of money. Okay? That is, at the basis, the Tesla Cybertruck. And obviously I'm kidding, but not really, right? There's a fantastic video that Haggerty Media on YouTube with Jason Camisa, he did a fantastic review on the Tesla Cybertruck. And he actually brought up a lot of very cool features that it has, and how it's actually it's a pretty sturdy car. You know, I wouldn't call it indestructible, but apparently this thing can take a real beating. Okay, so this thing's a real ugly. It's a real ugly bruiser coming down the road. Okay, as I make this sharp left turn. All right. And so Jason Camisa did an awesome job reviewing that. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's freaking awesome. Haggerty Media is dope. Okay. Anyways, so the Tesla Cybertruck it's like the everyman's, like the NPC fantasy. The NPC fantasy. Can you believe that? The NPC fantasy. That's the Tesla Cybertruck. And the reason why I say that, because not just the Cybertruck, but Tesla and the electric car world represents the antithesis. The antithesis represents the antithesis of what it means to drive. Okay? It is the opposite of driving. Driving an electric car it's not driving. It's you're steering, right? You're just like a passive observer in the behavior of the car. And there goes the RX-7 that's back there. Pretty dope. But that's kind of represents, and Tesla also represents technology and the rise of technology in cars, and the car being no different from your handheld device, no different from your iPads, your freaking your MacBooks and your Samsungs. A Tesla is like the combination of an Apple and the banana. No, I'm just kidding. But you get what I'm saying, right? It's like the final boss. Like a Tesla Cybertruck is the final boss right before we all die of boredom and just redundancy, and we're all just lulled to sleep by just this gray wash or whitewash of just simple colors and like this super minimalistic boredom. That's what the Tesla Cybertruck represents. Okay, so on one end of the driving spectrum, we have the Tesla Cybertruck that represents the opposite of driving. Okay, now this is important, people. Tesla Cybertruck represents the opposite of driving. It represents the opposite of paying attention on the road. It represents the opposite of driving experience. It represents the opposite of just the freedom, just the feeling, the sensation, it represents it's just not that, okay? The Tesla Cybertruck is not that, and nor is it cool, right? We think of cool as like an old Mustang and some guy gets out, you know, chain smoking cigarettes or something. That's the idea of cool. A Tesla, a Tesla Cybertruck is about as cool as a new iPhone coming out. It's like it's not cool, but it's just like, oh my god, I have a new feature. Like it's not like cool doesn't work that way, okay? And so you can't even call it cool, okay? It's not even a cool car. But what it is, it's a status symbol, okay? So not only does the Tesla Cybertruck represent the opposite, the negative inverse of driving, it also represents a status symbol. And I understand that some cars, some manufacturers, they live and die off being status symbols. Look at this beautiful, y'all, the cars coming out here today, I think that's a Plymouth. That's a Plymouth Hemi-Cuda. Yeah, 1960s, early 70s, I think. Might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's a Plymouth. What was I saying? Yes, of course. So, status symbol. Certain cars, certain manufacturers, certain brands represent a status symbol. Range Rover, the one that's right in front of me right now. G-Wagons, right? Mercedes G-Wagons, those are status symbol cars. A big Escalade. Yes, they have their utility. Yes, you can put loads of people in them. But if you were only worried about the utility of a vehicle, you would have got a Toyota 4Runner, right? You would have got a, you would have got a Honda CRV, Honda HRV. And so certain cars represent the status of driving, and it's kind of the same energy as the super technology car with the big screens and the crazy multimedia inside the cars. It kind of brings that same energy because you only buy that car for the cool tech, even though you already have enough technology in your life already, and now you want more tech and something that you need to drive. Anyways, status symbol cars is just like a hey, look at me, look what I can afford as I drive this MX-5, right? But it's not even that crazy, but those are status symbol cars, right? It's a show, it's like a Rolex watch. Think of a Rolex watch, right? Why do people buy Rolex watches? It's not to tell time. Rolex watch is a sign of status. It is a sign of I've reached this level in my life where I can wear a Rolex watch and I could stunt and I could be, a boss or whatever, right? G-Wagons bring that same energy. So do Range Rovers, okay? These are status cars. These are all cars that do not represent why we drive. And so now you might ask, well, why is it that we drive and who is we? That's the main question, is who is the we here? Who are we talking about? And so we are talking about individuals, people who see driving as more than just a means of transportation. It's more than just getting from point A to point B. It's more than just utility. It's more than just looking cool. It's more than just a status symbol. It's more than just having an iPhone on wheels. It's more than just appearances, right? Driving, we are the ones who drive for the experience. We drive for the culture. We drive for the community. We drive because it's fun. We drive because the car is part of our lives. It doesn't define who we are. Now this is important, okay? So there's a difference between being an elitism, and just being someone who enjoys the experience of driving, okay? And so we are all those things. We go out to drive just for fun. We don't really care about gas prices too much. We're more concerned about how it feels when you downshift, or how it feels when you rev out the motor, right? And we appreciate the mechanical part of the car. And so this driver enthusiast, right? We care about the mechanical aspects of the car. We care about the engine. We care about the clutch. We care about the transmission. We care about all the little things, all the mechanical moving parts of a car. We don't care about technology in the car. We don't care about the status. We care about the inputs, the ergonomics. How does the car make you feel? Driving is all about how it's supposed to make you feel good. Gives you control. Drive a manual transmission car, you get control back. So many things in your life you cannot control, but you can control. Going from 3 to 4, you can go from 4 to 5. You can go from 5 to 6. So many things you can control. You can't even control your own life, but you can control the car. 4 to 3, here we go. That's why we drive. We want to have a better illusion of control in our lives. So many things are automated, and Matthew Crawford talks about a lot of this in his book. So many aspects of our lives are automated. So many aspects of our lives are kind of, in a way, they're just kind of set up for us, right? And all we have to do is just take advantage of it. And so we have an issue of over-convenience. We are super convenient to everything, right? We have technology that can take us everywhere. It's the information age, right? And it's so much, it's overwhelming, it's too much. And now you want to add that recipe into something that you drive? Come on, man, this was the final frontier. Cars, this is the final frontier. That's it. After technology takes over the cars, what else do you have left? There's nothing left. What else can you try to control? What else can you have a connection with that's not human? What else is there? This is all we have. That's it, man. That's all we have, right? And it's just very, I don't know, it's sad, you know? It's sad that we come to an age in our life, and I know I sound like a boomer. I know I sound like a boomer. I know I sound like a boomer. But we've come to an age in our life where the instant gratification is just beyond instant. It is freaking blink of an eye gratification, right? And so cars is the final frontier. You know, this is all that we have. And let me tell you, if you can find the time to read this book, you will really appreciate driving. Like, we don't appreciate driving anymore, man. Remember when you were 16? And you know, you took out the car, you know, and you was like, oh man, I'm free, I'm independent, right? How did we lose that energy? How did we lose the fun of the 16-year-old taking out the car and just having fun with friends? Like, how did we lose that teenage, that play aspect, that fun aspect of cars, right? It's just, I don't know. You know, it's just kind of sad just to think about it. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to have a conversation about why we drive and why it is still important to just sit inside of a car, not worry about technology, not worry about alerts, not worry about what's going on in the outside world. You just get in the car and you downshift and you downshift and you just go and you just drive. That's it. You just drive. That's it. I don't know what else to say. But what I can say is read this. You'll thank me later. Also, read this. You'll thank me later. And there's also some driving in my very first self-published book, Harmony in Chaos. So this is my own novel, super awesome, absurd, dark humor, violence, all that fun stuff. Whew. That's all I got to say, guys. This has been the Cybertruck Tesla electric driving discussion, conversation, and also a little dialogue about why we drive. Please check this out. Thank you guys for being here on Shifting Stories, and we will shift you later.